Hey guys, it's Chelsea with the FriendlyBands SunshineLoom. Today we're going to be making the Christmas tree charm. This is part of our Christmas series, and today we'll be learning how to make this little Christmas tree with little ornaments and then a star on top. So before we begin, I'm going to have green rubber bands, I'm going to do red ornaments today, and we're also going to need some gold. So let's make a little room for some gold here. I'm actually going to start with gold because I'm going to make my star so that when I finish my tree, I'm all set to put the star on top. So what I want to do, I'm actually just going to pick a peg over here so it's out of the way. I'm just going to go on peg number 12 here, and I'm going to do 5 loops. I'm going to do 5 loops. So you take one rubber band, you pull it, and you're going to make a 5 loop by going 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do this 5 times. I'm going to pull my rubber band and then go 2, 3, 4, and 5. 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 And then our next step, I'm actually going to take a single gold rubber band and I'm going to loop it just on my fingers twice so that I have a double rubber band. And then I'm going to put my hook inside the 5 loop here. And then I'm going to put it on my hook, twist, and loop it through. Now it gets kind of tight here, but just put both ends on the hook here. And then I like to grab it with my fingers and then pull that 5 loop off and then put my entire thing right back on the loom like that. So what you're going to do again, do another double loop here. Make sure you can see what's going on, and then let's put our hook through the 5 loop, take our double loop here and pull it through the 5 loop, and then put both on the hook. And then with your finger you can hold on to it and then pull it off and then put it right back on the peg just to hold it until we need it later. So again, you do a double loop on your finger, pull through your hook through your 5 loop, and then you're going to pull, twist, and pull that double loop through the 5 loop, pull it off, and just put it back on the peg for safekeeping. And then another time, do a double loop here, pull it through the 5 loop, and then put it back on your hook for our next step here. Make sure you put your double loop back on over both of the sides of the pegs, because that way it'll be easier later to pull our rubber band through. Now put that double loop one last time. Pull it through your 5 loop. And then put it right back on your peg here. Alright, so there's our 5 points of the star. So this step, we're going to want to take one more single rubber band here. And we're going to put it through every single one of these loops here. So put it through your first double loop that we put back on the peg and just flip it through. And then I like to just kind of use my fingers to hold them like this and just pull it off, and then it just kind of hangs out right there. And then it just kind of hangs out like that. And then you can do your next one You pull through and then just attach the rubber band again, twist, and then pull that through, and then you put your finger right here again to hold it, and then pull it off. So now we have two. And then put your hook through one more, your next one, pull it through. So now we have three. We have four. And then our last one, same thing. Put that single rubber band through the double loop, pull it off, and now we have all five. And now what we want to do is create a slip knot with them. So you can use my two fingers here and then put the one finger through and pull it through just like that. So now we have like a little star here. So I'm going to, with my dangling part right here, I'm going to just hold that on a hook over on pegs over here, so it's just out of the way. To start my tree, I'm going to be using 2 green rubber bands for all my parts. That creates a little thickness. But before I start my actual tree, I want to do the leaves that are going to have ornaments on them. My tree is going to have 5 ornaments. So what I want to do before I grab my green, I actually want to grab 5 red for my 5 red ornaments. And what I'm going to want to do is just over here to the side, maybe peg number 8, I'm going to do 5 loops again, just like we did with the gold. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. 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 So now when we get to the steps where we want our ornaments to lay, we can just hook them on then. So again, grab 2 green rubber bands, go from 24 to 1. And 2 more from 1 to 2. And then our next one, I do want an ornament on it, so I'm going to take my 2 green rubber bands, grab my hook, put it through this first 5 loop here, and then hook both green rubber bands onto my FB hook, twist and slide through, put my hook back, and then pull it off. So then now it just looks like this. And so now we can just put this one right here on from 2 to 3. And then I'm going to do 2 more green from 3 to 4. And from 4 to 5. And then I'm ready for another one with an ornament. So I'm going to take my 2 green rubber bands over here, grab my hook, put it through the 5 loop, just take it off just like that, and then put it from 5 to 6. And then one more, 2 greens here. And then I'm going to end my thing right here with a 3 loop. So I'm going to do 1. So on peg number 7, do a 3 loop to end off this part of the tree. So that's 1, 2, and 3 there. So now I'm going to do this middle row here. And I'm going to have 2 green rubber bands from 24 to 25. And then 2 more from 25 to 26. And then I want to grab my 2 green rubber bands and grab my hook, put it through the 5 loop here, pull it through. I'm actually going to put this one from 26 to 50. And then I'm going to do 2 more from 50 to 51, and then from 51 to 52. And then I'm going to do another ornament on the next one. So I'm going to put my hook through my 5 loop here, pull through these 2 rubber bands, and put it from 52 to 53. And then one more from 53 to 54. And I want to do another 3 loop on peg number 54, sorry. 2 and 3, and that's just to end that part of the tree there. So then, on peg number 27, I'm going to grab 2 rubber bands. But I'm actually going to put 1 to 26, and then 1 all the way up here to peg number 2. And then I'm going to grab 2 more green rubber bands. I'm going to do my last ornament here. Put both of the green rubber bands on peg number 12. Pull that off. And then I'm going to put this one from 27 to 28. And then I'm going to do 2 more green from 28 to 29. And then 2 more from 29 to 30. Then I'm actually going to do 2 more from 30 up here to 53. And then 2 more from 30 here to peg number 6. Just like that. I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier, but actually we're going to need a few brown rubber bands for the trunk. I'm sorry I missed that. So basically what you're going to do from peg number 30 to 31, put 2 brown rubber bands, and then from 31 to 32, do 2 more. And then just grab 1 single brown rubber band and do a 3 loop, 2, 3, to end your tree right there. So that's what your loom should look like when your rubber bands are all set. So now we're going to grab our hook and we're going to hook this pattern in place. So I start back here in the brown, pull back that double loop, and then hook this forward. Just like that. And then what I like to do, after I hook forward my brown, I actually want to move over here to peg number 7 and pull this double loop back and hook this forward. And then on peg number 54, do the same thing, pull back that double loop and hook this one forward. And then you can go back to peg number 30 and pull these 2 diagonal rubber bands across to their home. So now we can go back to peg number 30 and pull these 2 diagonal rubber bands. Oh, I accidentally grabbed both sides there. So what I want to do is just grab from peg number 30 and bring it over here to peg number 6. And then grab the rubber bands from, again, peg 30 and bring them back over here to peg number 53. So just like that. And then you can hook this middle one here forward from 30 to 29. I like to do it in steps like that just to make sure everything stays locked in place. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to come here over to the center, or to the inner circle here, and I'm going to pull back all these rubber bands and just grab the 2 that go over here to peg number 52 and pull those forward. And then just pull forward the rest of this inner circle here. And then you can actually pull this one from number 50 to 26. And then you're done with the inner circle. And you can do the outer circle now, or the middle circle now. So here on peg number 29, just continue to hook these forward just like you would any bracelet. In this one, remember we split up the two rubber bands, so make sure you pull the single rubber band and place it to its home. This first one going up to peg 2, and then the second one going up to peg number 26. And then pull back all these rubber bands on peg number 26. Just pull up the two that belong to peg number 25. And then just hook that forward all the way up to 24. Now we can do the outer circle. So I'm actually on peg 6 now. I'm going to pull back all these rubber bands and just pull up the two that belong to peg number 5. And then just continue to hook these forward just like that. And this last one from 1 to 24. Now that we've locked this pattern in place here, we're going to want to grab our star and then on peg number 24, stick your hook in all the rubber bands on peg number 24, twist and pull through, and then you're actually going to want to create another slip knot here with your star by pulling this apart here and sticking your star through it. So it creates a knot at the bottom, just like that. So it's just attached now. And you put your hook there, and now that your star is attached, you're ready to remove your tree. So just grab and pull your creation off your loom. And now make sure, just, kind of play around with your ornaments and your star to make sure that they look decent. And there you have it. That's the tree charm from the FriendlyBands Sunshine Loom. Bye guys. See you later.